Number 2 seed Bradley Braves are with us. Head coach Brian Wardle, along with seniors Duke Dean and Darius Hanna. We'll have Brian give a statement on the championship game, and then we'll go to questions for all 3 Braves on the dais. Brian, please.
Congrats to Drake. Played well. And they were the better team today, unfortunately. This team I coached this year was one of the most connected teams I've ever coached in my life. Even as a player, seeing them, how close they were, it was unique. We're heartbroken, still in shock a little bit, crushed. And it's going to take some time with this team because of how bad they wanted this moment and how hard they've worked to be here. So the game that we came out, played really well in the first half, especially the first 15 minutes or so. Gave up a little momentum into halftime. Then they came out, I think scored 4 straight to start the second half, and we just were slow to get any offensive rhythm. The first 10, 12 minutes we were flowing, ball was popping, we were finding it. But give Drake credit, they switched their defensive coverage a little bit on the ball screens. They got super, they're a super aggressive team, very handsy team that gets after you defensively every possession. And, we only had 41 shots on the game. 41. That's tough. And, they did a good job of getting it and slowing it down, and we couldn't really find much in transition. And then, Duke hit a couple tough threes. We cut it to 6, I believe, 4 or 6, and then unfortunately, just the last 8 minutes, it didn't go our way at all. So, proud of this team. 26 wins. Really hard to do, especially with the expectations and the pressure all year. These 2 guys had unbelievable careers. They'll be missed, and I'm just, I feel sorry that I couldn't deliver to an NCAA tournament to them and get this game done and do better myself. So that's where we're at right now.
Thank you. Start here with Dave Minion.
Coach, I know how much pride you have in this team and how well they've played. Is this, in your opinion, an NCAA tournament caliber team?
Yeah, I honestly, yes, for sure. Like, put us on a neutral floor, we feel we can compete with anyone. But we know that's probably not happening. We're realists. But we'll kind of take a couple days after this and then reevaluate where we are as a team. And but right now, we're too emotional to make any thoughts about what's going to happen down the road.
You don't want to talk NIT or anything?
Not
today?
really.
Okay.
That's not really on our minds right now, unfortunately.
Yep, that's fine. You walked into that locker room here, and I'm sure got hit with a wave of emotion in there. Take us in there if you can for a second, what that was like, and to see those guys going through that you've coached so hard.
That's one of the hardest things as a coach. I have to hold it together because you have obligations and responsibilities as a coach, and to do the media, to go do your responsibilities after the game. So you got to hold it together as a coach. But my tears are going to be coming probably later tonight when it really hits me. But like I said, it's one of the most emotional locker rooms I've ever seen after a loss like this. And that means that just shows how connected they were, how much they cared, how much they invested. And, it starts with, honestly, these 2 guys right here. Their love for Duke is why these guys play so hard. Their love for Darius is why these guys play so hard. And they came back to be here in this moment, and we didn't get it done. And that's hard to take as a player, and even as a coach, it's hard to take. But the thing I told them, and they, you really don't want to hear it, but I think it's important to say as the adult in the room, having been through this, is like, one game doesn't define you. One game does not define your career. Duke Dean's had an unbelievable career, unbelievable. Great player, great leader. Darius has had a great career. It's so cool to see how he's developed and grown, and it's hard at this moment to realize that, but I think they'll reflect on that maybe hopefully in 2 or 3, 4 days and understand. I know the tournament's big, and the NCAA tournament's big, but it doesn't define you as a person or what you did in your career.
Our next 3 questions are right here in front, on the aisle, and back with Jim Matson, okay? Go, please.
Duke and Darius, I just had a question for you guys. Coach talked about how great your careers is, and you guys had an amazing season. Darius hit 1,000 points. Duke, you tied today for the most threes in Bradley history. As you guys reflect on you guys' career here, how do you guys want to be remembered by all the fans that have supported you for so long?
Duke, you go first, okay, please?
Just a guy that brought energy every day, a good leader on and off the court and the community. He always did so much for me. I mean, just as a guy that wanted to put a smile on his face and to just light up the room, I guess. I mean, kind of hard right now, but we'll reflect after, and that's about it. For me, I just want everybody to see just my development over the years and not being afraid to fail and getting better every day and putting the work in to get opportunities like this. And obviously it didn't go our way, but it's all you can ask for us.
So for all 3 of you guys, what did the fan support mean for you guys today, for them to travel up here?
Start with Darius and go to Duke, and then the head coach, please.
Mean a lot, man. Peoria got our back. I love to see the Red. They will be there in the future, and they ride with us. You know, they love us and we love them. Yeah, man. Knew they was gonna come out deep. All the hard work that we put in over the years, and all the hard work that coaches did building this program to where it is now. They're going to keep coming out, keep supporting. I know it's tough right now, but I'm going to definitely be in that crowd a couple years from now, coming down the arch, seeing the new guys. So, I mean, it just shows that that they care. That's all you can really ask for from a fan base.
It's what's special about 309 and Central Illinois, and it's they care, and there's passion, and they love basketball, and they love Bradley basketball, and they love these guys, and they're the emotions in that locker room are for each other. They're personal. They're for their teammates. They're also for those fans. These guys care, and they know it's because they care, and it's what's unique about our program and our city, and we just got to keep being thankful and grateful for that, and understanding it's not that way everywhere, and keep growing it too.
Duke and Darius here in the back, you guys talked all year about this game and getting to the big dance. Can you describe the emotion of falling short with that ultimate goal?
Darius, you're first this time. Thank you.
We fell short, obviously. We wanted it, and all we can do is go out and try to play basketball the right way. At the end of the day, it's basketball, win or lose. It doesn't define our character, and Bradley will be back here again in the future. Exactly what Darius said. I mean, it doesn't define us, doesn't define our character. I feel like we're going to be the same guys even after this. This won't change us. The heart, the mentality that we live by, it's going to just carry on, and we're going to pass it down to our children. We're just going to get back to work wherever we go after this.
We have about 5 minutes left in this session. Next question is here from Dave again.
This is for all of you. You've run into Drake in this stage before. What is it about that team? Different teams every year, and you end up on the bottom side of this score. What is it about that matchup? And, you know, does it grind
That's
you?
just different teams, totally different teams, different coach. So you can't even compare years past, in my opinion. Different system, different style of play. We just, you know, I can't even remember the past games, but, you know, last year was a battle to the very end. Got stagnant in the championship game a couple years ago, too, kind of like the second half today. So that's where I reflect and beat myself up when I watch the film one day. I don't know when I will, but how do we keep that rhythm going and get these guys some confidence and get the ball in the basket? Because we're battling, and you know, like I said, I think we cut it to 6, and I was like, okay, we can turn it right now, and we're trying to free this guy up all game, and they just so much attention on him, and Darius was, you know, carrying us for majority of that game, and we just couldn't find rhythm. We couldn't find it. And give Drake credit. They're an elite defensive team. You know, they really are. They have been all year. You know, we're better. We're better than what we did today, and that frustrates all of us.
Question in the back.
Darius, you've worn the Bradley uniform longer than anyone else in program history. What advice would you give to the new group of recruits coming in?
Just believe in yourself. It's gonna take time. You're not gonna always be the best. You're gonna have your days, but as long as you keep your head down and you continue to work and you go in and do the extra, I learned that over the years. I wasn't always in the gym freshman year, sophomore year. I developed that from learning from older guys that came to Bradley, played at Bradley, and as long as you keep your head down and you work and develop and continue to just have that hunger, you will be somewhere.
Question right here? Okay.
Coach, in that first half, you and Coach McCollum really going back and forth with different runs. And so just talk about that coach's battle in the first half and then going a little bit into that second half, what adjustments you were able to make to be able to go on those runs in that first half.
Yeah, I thought we came out. Like I said, liked how the ball was moving. You know, we were finding each other, found the dive man a bunch, got to the rim, got to the paint, got some back cuts. Then they got real aggressive on ball screen coverage everywhere, and that took us out of our rhythm a little bit in timing of moving the ball and where we wanted to get it. So we tried to tweak some things at halftime and we struggled with it, and it was probably did one or two too many things, and you know, we just couldn't get out in transition. We really wanted to push the ball today and create and try to get some threes and get some scoring opportunities that first 8-10 seconds, and really we didn't have many opportunities to do that. It was a low possession game. Like I said, 41 shots, and then honestly, second half, we couldn't get a rebound, and we wore down a little bit because we're guarding for 25, 28 seconds. We give up an OR, then we guard another 18 seconds with 20 seconds on the clock, and we give up another OR. I mean, there were some possessions where I think we guarded for like 2 straight minutes, and then we kind of ran. We got tired a little bit too. I saw fatigue a little bit, so. You know, it's just those possessions where you're guarding that hard, you got to finish the plays, got to finish. And we struggled to finish him with rebounds.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on your season. You are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.